In this video, we will show you how to replace your fuel filter on this Ford Ranger with a 2.3 liter engine. This will be located under your vehicle. Let's get into it. Okay friends, let's get started on our job. Since we are dealing with the fuel system, we want to make sure we have hand and eye protection at all times. Let's start under the hood at the fuel rail. We have to release fuel pressure from in the system. Typically, you will find a small cover. Go ahead and remove that cover now. With the cover out of the way, the next thing we'll do is continue on to pressing on the valve core. That's directly in the center of this area. We'll press in on this area while holding along the top with a rag. Just press that in. Sometimes you might get a large amount of fuel, other times it'll be a little less. Either way, once you've evacuated that pressure, continue on with covering it with your protective cap. After you've done so, we'll carefully make our way underneath the driver's side center of the vehicle so we can locate the fuel filter. Underneath the driver's side of the vehicle, tucked into the frame, is where you're going to find your fuel filter. We'll have to dislodge 3 fuel lines from the fuel filter itself and pop this out of its mounting point. To dislodge the fuel line, squeeze in on the little green tabs and pull them out of place. Keep in mind there could still be fuel in this area. Have a collection bucket handy. Sometimes you can squeeze these ears by hand, give it a little twist and pull it out of place. Otherwise, you may have to use some pliers. If you are using pliers, be extremely careful not to damage the lines. Make sure we're only grabbing on the green areas there. Squeeze in on those, give this a little twist and pull it out of place. Now, once you have that out of place, the next thing that you do need to pay attention to is the inside of that connector. There should be some O-rings that you can typically see on the inside. Confirm that they are still soft and pliable and they're not torn, worn, or damaged. This one looks fine. We'll set this aside and do the exact same thing to the other 2 fuel lines. There we go. Careful here. A quick inspection of that one as well. That one looks good. Now we can move along to our last fuel line. This one might be a little bit hard to gain access to. If you find you have a hard time, you could dislodge the fuel filter from its bracket and then remove the line. To pull this out of place, you could either take hold of it and pull it or gently pry it. Now, as you start pulling this down, keep in mind fuel will come out of the far end here. Whichever end is aiming down, gravity will work. We'll make sure this goes right into our collection receptacle. Now we can get that far line there. Same process, squeezing on those ears. Let's give this a little twist. There we go. Perfect. And there it is, friend. Now that we have the fuel filter out of the vehicle, let's continue on to cleaning and inspecting the mounting point. You want to ensure that this is still in good working order, otherwise you should replace it. Once you've done that, one last check on each one of these lines. Now we can prepare to install our brand new fuel filter. Let's make sure we have it in the proper orientation so we have 1 line leading to the front and 2 towards the rear. Let's start with the rearward line here. We'll take this and press it into position. Listen for a click, give it a tug to make sure it's completely secure. You definitely do not want any fuel leaks coming from any of these connection points. Press this in. Get a nice click from that one as well. Oh yeah. Now we can make our way to the front line. Press it in, listen for a click, give it a little tug, and now we'll secure this into its mounting bracket. Let's just double check to make sure everything's secured. We'll clean up our mess. At this point, the next thing that you want to do is make your way out from under the vehicle. Start up your vehicle, let it run for a little while. Double check to make sure you have no leaks coming from this area. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.